creates a lot of problems for the community, and I won't tolerate those scaffoldings being there. So I'll get back to you soon with a very specific timeline for when they'll come down. Please.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, yesterday you expressed some dissatisfaction, at least on Twitter, with the President's new proposal regarding changing how people are admitted to the country, legal immigration. There's like about, I mean, you seem to say that we shouldn't have tests for, proficiency of English or skilled workers. They say there's about 1 billion people in the world who would like to come to the United States. What kind of criteria do you think are appropriate for the country to decide who comes in? Or is this just something that it's really not up to the United States, it's up to the people who want to come?
Let me first tell you what I said, which is factual based on everything I've seen about what President Trump proposed. It literally would have excluded my grandparents and would have excluded probably the parents and grandparents of a lot of people in this room. My grandparents didn't speak English when they got here from Italy. My grandparents didn't have college degrees. They became exemplary Americans, and they contributed to the economy. They built a business. Their children were able to go to college, which no one previously ever dreamed of. That's the American dream. So the notion of that we only want to allow into America people who speak English and have advanced degrees violates the history, almost 400 years of our history of people coming here, including working class people, folks who didn't have education, folks who didn't have the benefit of knowing English already, and yet they built this country. In terms of what should be the idealized rules, I'm not an expert on the immigration process. I think it's fair to say for decades we've had a series of rules that work pretty well, meaning if you went through the legal process, which everyone should, folks came in from all over the world without bias, all different kinds of skill levels, contributed in lots of different ways. And so I would say there's been a pretty consistent consensus over the last decades that there is a way to set minimum standards, but also allow a range of people in. And I don't know why we wouldn't want to do that and keep making that work the right way and do the thing that, bluntly, the majority of Americans would like to see, comprehensive immigration reform that addresses the outstanding issues and provides a path to citizenship for folks in good standing. The 11 to 12 million people are here, so we can finally create some normalcy in this country rather than having this unending debate.
Quick follow-up. I know you don't like to deal with hypotheticals.
I do not like to deal with hypotheticals. You are correct.
But you do understand that had your grandparents not come to the United States, we would still have a mayor.
I'd never said you wouldn't have a mayor. I'm sure you'd have a mayor. It just wouldn't be this mayor because I wouldn't be alive. Yeah.